folks, Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video. As you see tonight, my title is Start Living Your Dream Again. Don't forget folks, while you are here, to like and subscribe and comment down below. This helps the YouTube video to get out. This helps the video to get out into the YouTube universe. Alright? Like and subscribe. Comment down below. So, start living your dream again. At one point in your life, you were, I would say, most likely probably obsessed with the things that you want out of life, things that you really, really want. These are things that you want to experience in life, and you didn't really, you stopped pursuing those things. You stop going after your dreams. So you start feeling like you are lacking purpose. Your passion is gone, it's dwindled, it wanes away. So here you are now, probably 25 years old, 35 years old, 45 years old, 55 years old. And you are wondering, like, what the heck is going on here? You got stuck at working at this job. And you are trying to figure out, how on earth did I did I get stuck doing what I'm doing? How did this happen? You realize that your priority was to pay bills, work and pay bills. That was your priority. Nothing is wrong with that per se, but it is a problem. After you 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, and you realize that you are not making any progress whatsoever. The way how you were living when you were 18, you are still living the same way when you're 25. 7 years has passed and you're like wondering, like, what is going on here? 7 years doing pretty much nothing. All right? And if you are 35, 45, it's even longer than that. 55 years old, even way longer. So, here you are now, older, probably wiser, but you are not getting the results that you deeply desires. So, what do you do now? Well, maybe if you are going through a phase right now where you are angry, extremely angry, you are gonna have to, do something about that. All right? Anger, so anger, there are some things that actually comes with anger. And you can suffer tremendously if... Hey darling, how are you? So you can suffer tremendously if you do not stop this in its track. Stop the anger before it gets worse. All right. I am good. Thank you very much for asking. Life is great. I hope you are doing well. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. So, years has passed, and here you are doing the same work day in, day out, struggling, suffering. There are certain things that you are missing here. And I want you to... I'm seeing a shadow. Let me see, because I probably need more light. I'm seeing a shadow here. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Okay, cool. My light is out, so I need a different light. So, years has passed, and you are still stuck doing the same thing. You do not know how to get it off where you are. and you might just be miserable, cannot get along with anybody. You cannot really keep, your friends because something else is going on. But there are nobody to, the people around you can't explain to you what's really going on. But you know something is off and you need to get busy and start working on some things, but you do not know what to do because there are nobody around you to explain to you what's really going on with you. That's how I felt those years ago. All right. So I decided to do something about it. It didn't happen overnight, it happened right away. It's from by some luck. I decided, I got into the personal development game. I mean, education. And I start to learn and understand more about myself, what I should do, the moves I should make at the time. And I start to looking at, what makes these people different from me. And these are even kids, even people in their kids in their teens. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. We're doing way better than I am, than I was doing. I was at the bottom, and I'm trying to freaking get somewhere. Anywhere except for the bottom would be fine for me, So I got up there. And I start to going after what I want. Not that I know exactly what I want. I kind of have an idea of what I want. But by watching these videos, hey Christy, but by watching these videos and learning from these guys who were having way harder time than I did. I'm talking people who have cancer, overweight people, and they were able to come back from behind and smoke pretty much everybody who were, around them pretty much. I'm sure that's what happens there. I don't have to be there to know that. Because that's what happens. Mostly it's just one guy. And all the rest of the people around him, he just left everybody in the dust. You see this happen oftentimes, okay? But one of the video that jumps out at me, and it's like, this is what you need to do. It was this guy. He weighed over 305 pounds at the time. And this guy was diagnosed with brain cancer. Right? Pituitary tumor. I think that's how you pronounce it. I hope I didn't butcher that. Okay? So, he took out his pen and paper, and this is what I highly recommend people do this. Take out your pen and paper. And, the question he asked himself is, what was my dream? Before big houses, big cars, and everything else, what did I want it to be? And he wants to be an athlete. That was it. So he lost 150 pounds in a couple of months or so, and he went to run an Ironman in New Zealand. These are some tough races. I wouldn't mind competing some of these races, but these are tough races to run. Okay. And then he backed across America, right? And he ended up being a Nike athlete. Okay. The guy know what he wants, and he went after it, and he got it. Now, when I listened to this guy, and I say, okay, what did I want before everything else? And I just want to travel. Traveling was something that was high up on my list, and for a long period of time, that got beaten out of me by the system. That got beaten out of me by the system. So here I am. Well, woke up one day, realized that I have been wasting my life. I mean, I spent all these years doing nothing. That was painful. Okay, so I decided to, I said, okay, I want to travel. But travel and do what was really the question I gotta ask myself. Why do I want to travel? I just want to travel because of travel's sake. Sure, that that would be nice too. I could just go walk around Vegas for a little bit. I mean, it'll be fine. Walk around New York City for a little bit. That'll be okay too. Florida, wherever, Los Angeles. I could go do that, and I would perfectly fine. But fast forward some years later down the road, after I keep working on myself over a long period of time. I so a year and a half ago, when I start running, almost a year and a half now, and I start running. Today's day 502 days since I've been running. All right, so I start run, and thank you very much, Che. So I start to, run. I did not know I was gonna become a runner. I have zero intention of even becoming a runner. And in the beginning, that's why I wasn't posting these videos online in the beginning. It was like 72 days later or so I start posting, and I was posting like every 10 days, because to show you, I wasn't really thinking about becoming a runner. But I understand that if I run for 100 days, I can get the habit down, and then I can apply those habits to other areas of my life and work on myself and keep myself, motivated. And also, I start to, work out as well in the gym. So, same thing. Today is day 502 days since I've been lifting weights, push ups, pull ups, running, working out. All right? I've been doing that. No intention of doing any of these things, by the way. Then I realized that I love running. I've been looking at look. I have been looking at all these races all over around here in Utah, New Mexico, New York, everywhere, Boston, everywhere. I've been looking at these races, and I want to go run some of these races. So now I know what I wanted to do. I want to go travel and run. That's it. So you now, on the other hand, might be going through a hard time. Like I said, if there is a lot of anger, bitterness, and resentment, if it's there in your life right now, it's a good chance. It's because your dreams has been buried. You need to revive it. You know the story about the golden Buddha? I think it was some, other country was invading some other country over there in Asia, and the monks, they covered the Buddha in clay, and so some years later, they saw a crack in the Buddha, and the head monk got the flashlight and he shined it in there, and he realized that, whoa, what the hell am I seeing here? So when they removed that clay, in the clay was a golden Buddha. Okay, that story can apply to any of us. It's just the dreams that your dream has been buried, has been covered. So if you find yourself being an angry, bitter, resentful person, yes, part of it might be because coming from your childhood. Sure, part of it might be that you might have a really messed up program as a child. But the truth is, the reason why the anger, the reason a large portion of the anger is coming from, I'm going to go out on a limb here, because I only can give you my experience, and I believe this can be true for a lot of you as well. It's because your dream has been buried. Cover up like that golden Buddha. Cover up in that clay. Remove that clay, whatever that is for you. Whatever you keep on getting yourself into more and more and more mess. You're gonna have to stop that. You're gonna have to let some of those mess go. Let go off of some of those mess. Okay. Right? Exactly. You're right. So you keep on getting yourself into more crap, and you spiral. You keep on spiral going down. Well, hopefully when you spiral go all the way down, hopefully you hit the rock bottom down there, because that's it. You need to hit that. And from there, you're gonna have to come back up, bounce back up. And this takes work. It's very difficult to do, especially in the beginning. Boulders in your way. When you look around, you might be in debt. You might lose your apartment. Stuff just keep happening to you. Your relationship is crap. With what it's like you are just a bitter person, and nothing is working. Your job that you work in is a shitty job. Everything is just bad for you at that in that time. Now, take out your pen and your piece of paper. What have you always wanted to do? There's something that you want to do there. I don't know what that is. Maybe it is gardening. I really don't care. You just need to get really good at gardening. Okay? Do gardening in a way which is different from everybody else. Like that guy out there in LA, he called himself the gangster gardener. He gardens in the city of LA. Okay? And then he started to teach people that all over the country. And guess what? Even people in Europe, in India, calling themselves gangster gardeners. It started in LA. Okay? I don't care what it is. Once you got that feeling, that gut feeling to get up and go do the thing that you need to be doing. Maybe for you it's rock climbing, mountain biking, I don't care. You're gonna have to, maybe you can't afford one of those mountain bikes, because those mountain bikes are they are freaking expensive. I didn't know. They can run you up to thousands of dollars. Some of those mountain bikes. Maybe you want one of those. But you might have to start off with whatever cheap bike you can get from a thrift store or something like that. And you start it out, you start out and get going. Because that's the thing, you need to get going. You need to get moving. I don't care. Just make one step. Right? Like when I start running, I think I run like a few blocks. And then I turn around and come back home. And I was fine. Until I went out to start doing a mile. And then I said, okay, let me start doing 2 miles a day. I go in from 2 miles a day to 3 miles to 5 miles to 7 miles to 8 miles to 10 miles to 12 miles, 16 miles, 13 miles, 16 miles, 20 something miles, right? I have no intention I have zero intention of becoming a runner. I just keep on running, and I get to like running over a long period of time. Yesterday, I did a 10-mile run yesterday, For you, there gotta be something that you need to be doing. Must be. There is something you like to do. Maybe you like to do 2 things, put them together. Maybe 3 things, put them together. And work your way, figure out how to bring that to the marketplace. Develop yourself. All right? So you can ease, so you can reduce the pressure, the tension, the resistance in your life that's causing you to be miserable. So you go to bed unhappy and you wake up unhappy as well. Okay? So you want to do something about the anger. Don't suppress it. Work through it. Do the things that you need to do in order so that the anger can at least some of it will dissolve, wash away and go away. Okay? And then you might have to do some mind exercises in order for you to wash away a large portion of it, the trauma and so forth. All right, the resentment that you carry around for all these years. You might have to put in some extra work to wash away that. Right? So that was what I faced some years ago when I was just struggling, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on with me here. Right? So now I don't have that tension in my life anymore. I really don't. And I don't have a lot of headache. Very few. Very little bit. And when it comes, then it goes away really fast. So no, they don't linger around and they don't stick around like how they used to. So you're going to get yourself into a whole bunch of problems if you do not revive your dream. You are lost without it. You know, when I hear people are saying that, on purpose, the people who are on their mission, on their purpose, look how they live. They live totally different from the way how you live. All right. So but do not try. Don't go out there trying to find your purpose. Don't do that. You can get yourself into a whole bunch of problems doing that. I want you to find some things that you like doing and start doing that. Start right there. I have some things I'm thinking about doing right now. That's my next move, my next mission I'm on. Not 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 particularly easy at all, because it isn't. But I want to go on that journey and start to work my way up. Okay? Those years, if I would have known that because my dreams was were because my dream was buried, I could have saved myself so much headache. I could have easily said, okay, this is what I need to do. Revive my dream, go after it, and get myself into a higher place in society. Because don't believe them, don't listen to them, folks. You will not get, men, this is for men, you will not get the respect that you deeply desired, that you crave, because we are men, we want respect. Don't worry about women. Don't women are they are fine how they are. Believe me, they can go get a guy tomorrow morning, and the guy will actually bring them inside their house, and they can stay there and so forth. Me and you, we are not that fortunate. That's not how it goes with us. Okay. So the respect that you desire, that you crave, you will not get it. You are just Kyle, who works at Simmits or Kroger's. You're a nice guy. Your friends, they like you. Your family, they like you. And so you might have a girlfriend, and she's thinking about leaving you soon anyways, because you are just not doing it at all. You are not it. She can get somebody better than you, and that's what she's looking for right now, to get a guy better than you to replace you, because you are just not um you know the guy that she wants to be with. And if she's with you, she is settling for you. Okay. All right. So you don't want to put yourself in that situation. That's a bad spot to be in. If you are not her first choice, you're cooked. You see, it's over for you, man. Yeah, you trust me, you're fried. So don't even worry about it. Figure out what you like to do. I don't care what it is. There is, when you go to bed at night and you lay down before you go to sleep, you are thinking about something there, right? Maybe you need to get a six pack, because that would make you feel better. And you are not going down to the gym. That's gonna bug you. That's gonna bother you for a long time, until you get up and go down to the gym. Then you will change, what's going on in here and what's going on out here as well. All right. So maybe you need to lose some weight. Maybe that's all you need to do right now. Just lose some weight, put on some muscles, right? And then you go do that. Maybe you need to make a few more friends, and because you like you like to socialize, you like to be around other people, you know, but you're by yourself, which is cool. But you want to every once in a while you want to go hang out with cool people, and you guys can have discussions, talk about things, and so forth. You just need to go where people at, say hi, make contact, talk to them, and see how it is. Then you can exchange numbers, and then you can continue on the conversations after, a few days later. Maybe it's simple, or maybe you're one of those guys who want to do something big, like the guy told me. He said he wants to build these high-rising buildings, and he wants to have his own private jet so he can fly and go look at these high-rising buildings that he built. Okay, so maybe you are one of those people. All right, I do not underestimate um you know, anybody's dream at all, because if you say that's what you want, you gotta do it. That guy, that guy I just mentioned, I haven't seen that guy in years, but good guy. And he got his daughter when he was 52 years old. I'm like, God damn, man, what's going on with you? And he was like, Rayon, it's the happiest I have ever been in my entire life, waking up every day knowing that with this little girl here. So he needed a child also, and that has changed his life. Makes him want to work harder in his 50s. Okay? Maybe that's what you need. You just need a girlfriend and a child. And that's what you need to go do. When this voice is nudging at you, and it nudges really hard at times, okay? Exactly. You know, right? You know, because so these voices, that little gut feeling, it nudges at you really hard, and it will let you know. Have you ever lowered yourself before, any of you guys, and see how painful it is when you lower yourself? I don't think I have any here at all, but hey, thank you very much. You know, this is a clean shave here. You know, have any of you guys ever lowered yourself before and see how painful that is? You know deep down that you put yourself in a situation where you know you could have done better. So that's why it's so painful. So you lowered yourself, and you have to recover from that and come back up here. And you know, which is good. It's always good to lower yourself once in a while. Not all the time, but every once in a while you do it, or just do it once or twice maybe, and then never do it again, because it's too hard to come back. Some people go through that, and when you look at them, when you look at them later on, uh, you know, and when you look at it later on, you'll be like, oh God, you know, yeah, I could have done better there. You know what I mean? But it's fine. It's okay. Once you go through it, then you will have the experience, and then the pain will teach you, hey, you do not want to do that again. All right? You will stay away from lowering yourself. So everything you do in the future is to keep yourself up here. One way how to keep that vibration high, fitness. And I prefer hybrid fitness, running plus weightlifting. Okay? That will help you to vibrate on a higher vibration. All right? Right? So, change. So, because so when you are in a low vibration, believe me, you're going to see you will not get anything good. Nothing good will come to you when you are in that lower vibration. It's not going to happen. The people who you meet, they are you know, are in a low vibration as well, so they're gonna give you whatever crap they have there, whatever mess they have, they're gonna just dump it down on you. So no, you want to stay in a high vibration so you can avoid, you know, the mess, the low level mess, and that's not easy to do. So because these are things that I have to learn over. It took me a long time to learn how to navigate properly, navigate effectively. You know, the waters of life. Learn how to go through them without getting dropped off in, getting stuck in these potholes that are set up for you, right? And the system, the system is what it is right now, and we have to find a way how to work through the system, around the system, because either we let this system here devour us, or we freaking defeat the system right so high up here where we don't have to suffer and struggle. All right? So These are some things that I learned along the way. And like I said, one of the most important thing is revive your dream. Revive it. It's down there somewhere. It's buried down there somewhere. Look at it. Take a look at it. It might be something simple. Maybe you want to start a business. You don't need to go do everything today. Maybe you just need to walk down to the place, get the business license maybe, and then you can go from there. All right, and think about what kind of business you want to start. I don't know. It's like baby steps, little by little, bit by bit, piece by piece. But one of the first thing I recommend over anything else, get in shape, get in physically good shape. I don't care how much money you have. If you are unhealthy with a whole bunch of money, it's like, okay, I mean, yeah, that's cool, but no. In my opinion, you are not living good. You are unhealthy with a whole bunch of money. Nah, we don't want that. Get in shape. Get in physically good shape. All right. That's all I have for you for tonight, folks. Ryan here with a new video. Looking forward to see you soon in a brand new video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. And don't forget to come in, to revive your dream and get out of the angry, miserable state that you are in. Wash away some of that trauma. Release some of that resentment, the hatred, the bitterness. Release some of those. You will do those when, hi Ruthless Root, how are you? I appreciate you coming through. I am doing well. Hope all is well with you all down there in Florida. Beautiful Florida. So yeah, revive your dream, folks. Start living, the life that you dream of living. Get up and go do it, man. Don't freaking nice. Yeah, it's kind of warm over here in Colorado as well. Yeah, it's getting. It was a little cold this morning, but today it warmed up in the daytime today. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen here. But we need some snow though. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we're gonna get any snow here anytime soon, and because we need all the moisture we can get right now. All right, so like and subscribe, comment down below, folks, and we will catch up soon in a new video. Revive your dream and start living again. Go out there, man. I can see mines now. I remember when I couldn't see anything at all. I was that golden Buddha covered up with those mud, and I have to freaking, my eyes are all covered, and I have to make my way through there. So become, so you need to shake off those clay, and so they can see that golden Buddha that's beneath that clay, and that's you. All right. Okay then, folks. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Appreciate y'all. Take care, Christy. Bye bye. Talk to you soon. Thank you very much.